we're here with David from communitake, and tell us a little bit about how remote help is coming to mobile devices.
Oh, well, thank you, first of all. The issue that telecommunications companies are finding today, and it's operators, it's content providers, and it's service outsourcers, and it's device manufacturers, is that smartphones are becoming the wave of the future. They're the rule rather than the exception, and they're intended to be a revenue-generating engine for these companies. They should be creating a lot more revenue through more data usage and more applications that are being loaded onto the phone. But in fact, they're finding that there's a lot of frustration, and as a result of the more calls to the call center, it's becoming a revenue drain rather than a revenue-generating engine. So that is what the operators are finding is a major issue today. So what we've done is we're coming with a platform to help the support end of the telecommunications companies to support by remote. They can access the device directly. They can virtually hold the device in their hand. That's the thing that's the most important. The customer will literally put the device in the support person's hand in order to be able to support that online.
Yep.
Operate the device, see what the problem is, and fix it quickly, and then provide instruction to the customer on how it can use it. So it's a very important piece of support that goes into the CRM and support environment.
And if I understand correctly, it's if I've got a problem with my phone, then not only will I be able to get help to fix it, but I might also learn how to fix it myself next time, because by seeing what actually needed to be taken to fix it, I'll be able to do that again myself the next time, rather than just have it fixed in the background and not know how it was done.
Well, that's very true. There's different kinds of problems. Some problems will be ones that will be repetitive. How do I define a ringtone? How do I download an MMS? And I can then, as a support agent, I can instruct you. I can show you the actions that you should be taking to do this, and even including drawing on your screen with arrows and circles to illustrate where the function is and how you should be going about it. Very, very powerful, instructive tool. There's also areas which will be one-off, and you will never be interested in doing it because you should never be doing this yourself. And to this, we're coming with something very special, and that's levels of automation that allows the support agent to quickly get to the point that he has to solve and do the configuration, sometimes even including a download of an application directly to the phone with one click or 2 clicks, do the configuration, and within a matter of minutes to be able to send the customer on their way properly configured and using the device much more effectively than they had been before.
And if I understand correctly, a support agent doesn't necessarily have to be someone who works for an operator or for a support company. It can also be someone that the user knows, who's maybe more knowledgeable about technology. It's you're able to define who can help, right?
Well, that's a very interesting point, because the core of the platform is the support that we're going to provide to the service agents as part of the CRM environment. But we also want to prevent calls from coming into the call center wherever possible. And for that, we're working with operators to provide this functionality through the web portal, through the IVR, through some other mechanisms that will allow people to gain support without having to speak with a support agent. And that would include a friend who has a similar device, who possibly is living in a different city, being able to access my phone and operate it and do the configuration for me.
And do you think that smartphones have in any way made it even more necessary to have remote support? I mean, are people understanding their phones less now that they're becoming more complicated, or are we seeing that it's more or less the same level of frustration?
We're seeing the smartphone revolution causing more and more need for this kind of support. This is no longer a question of simple setup, solving 1 or 2 initial problems, and then it's static. The smartphones are providing the customer with the platform and the ability to install more applications, whether it's a music application or a GPS or mail or any of these kinds of advanced applications on the phone. And very often there's configuration issues, there's usage knowledge issues, and they're always going to be there because there's always going to be more applications that the person's going to want to put on their phone. So the smartphones are definitely causing increased need for remote or direct one-on-one types of support that they can't get today. We were told, and I love this, is that call centers are blind, and what we're doing is we're giving them eyes.
And so which correlations have you encountered between device holders' support requirements and the ways in which service providers are aligned to support?
Well, the service providers currently today are not really aligned to support in a sophisticated manner. They have various ways that they can do offline types of configuration issues, and we exist very well. We coexist with those. What we address is the next step, the one-on-one help, the instruction, the configuration of an application or of a device in ways that can't be done through mobile device management types of tools, which are greatly in use amongst the telecom operators. And like I say, we coexist with those because we take the next step and we give the eyes and the hands for the agent to actually virtually hold the device in their hand and therefore be able to solve the issues and create an excellent customer experience.
So you're providing operators with the ability to provide really good service and to really reduce user frustration when they have a device that simply doesn't work or isn't doing what they want. I mean, they basically have a way to fix it without, getting mad and throwing the phone out the window or wanting to change device.
That's right. That's right. It's not enough today for a telecom to give good price plans and excellent devices. It's important, but they also have to be perceived as giving excellent service. And this is the ultimate in service because it's as if the agent was coming and sitting down next to the customer and fixing it together with them. It's exactly the same kind of impact you have on a customer experience.
Well, thank you very much for reducing our level of mobile frustration, and we wish you good luck.
Thank you very much.